Okay, boys, question 24. This was a different type of question than you might have received before. So I'd asked students to draw an example in the box provided and outline the difference between each of the following joint actions. And we've actually given you the joint actions, so flexion and extension. This was worth 6 marks. So 1 mark for each of the 6 that were there is an easier way of looking at it. First thing to notice is it says draw an example. So if students didn't draw an example in this box here, they couldn't get the question correct. That's the first thing. And then outline the difference between each of the following joints. The difference between them. So why are they different? So outline meaning, sketch in general terms, indicate the main features of. So what are the features of flexion? What are the features of extension? That's what the question's asking you to do. Our syllabus shows us skeletal system, joint actions, extension and flexion. We go and look at our sample answer. So even here, look at this drawing. Now, the first thing I want you to be aware of is that this was not an art class. So these are very, very good drawings and probably one of the best I saw. But you could have drawn stick figures just to demonstrate that you understood the actual movement that was taking place. That was one part. You need to have both areas within the drawing, and then you needed to indicate the main features of each of them over here. You couldn't just write about flexion, you needed to include both. So for this one, a very good drawing showing it coming up and going down. Flexion is the decrease in angle between two bones. In the diagram, the bicep brachii is the agonist, getting short and supplying for the force. The tricep is the antagonist. Extension is the increase in angle between two bones. That's simple. That's an excellent answer. Inversion and eversion. So he's got the foot coming in, the foot going out. Inversion is to point the medial line. Eversion is to point outwards opposite the medial line. In the diagram, the agonist is the tibialis anterior while the soleus is the antagonist. That's a little bit of additional, but he's got the diagram supporting what he's saying here with both inversion and eversion. Inversion, eversion involves the foot. Abduction and adduction. There's his drawing. So abduction, going away, adduction, coming back down. Abduction is to bring away from the midline. Adduction is to come back to the natural position as close to the medial line. We went through this in class. When somebody's abducted, they're taken away. When in mathematics, when you add, you bring it back to the body. And again, this was a very, very poorly structured answer, this one, from a lot of students. Pronation and supination. Pronation and supination, again, we've got the drawing here, hands up, hands down. I can tell by the pictures here, or which is which. Pronation and supination is exclusive to the hands. Pronation is to face the palms of the hand downward, while supination is to face the palms of the hand up. This action takes place at the wrist joint. Very good, easy. And remember we spoke about the bowl of soup. So your hands are going to be, palms are going to be facing up for soup. Rotation and circumduction. There's our rotation, there's our circumduction. Rotation is rotate an axis, but not a full revolution can be made. Circumduction is when a joint is free to make circular movements with no limits. Rotating around a joint here, or around an axis. Circumduction is complete revolutions. Pretty simple. Again, poorly answered by a lot of students. Plantar flexion is to point the toe down. Remember, you plant your foot when you drive. This happens at the ankle joint. Dorsiflexion is to point the toe up. And that's exactly what the diagram represents here. So, that was, for me, that was 6 very, very easy marks. But overall, students were terrible in this response. Drawing was not an issue if you drew stick figures and it emphasised or helped identify what you're trying to explain, then I had no problems with it, that's all. But some of the responses was terrible. It's a very, very poorly answered question. 6 marks that was thrown away. Students need to do better in this area in future.